Welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time, we're going to explore artificial general intelligence, or
AGI.
AGI, as I'm sure many of you are already calling it.
Right.
We're going to distill everything you need to know about AGI.
Especially if you're an AI engineer.
Yeah, especially if you're an AI engineer looking to understand the essentials.
That's our goal today.
So think of this deep dive as your shortcut
Yeah, your shortcut to being well-informed.
to being well informed about AGI.
About AGI, exactly.
Our source material for this deep dive comes from Metta.
An AI specializing in Meta AI tasks.
And Metta's insights are particularly relevant
You can think of them as a highly experienced engineer.
because they go beyond just the theoretical,
Yeah,
offering practical guidance for AI engineers like you.
exactly.
Okay, so let's start with
Yeah.
the fundamentals.
Okay.
What exactly distinguishes AGI from the AI we encounter every day?
Like recommendation systems.
Like, those helpful chatbots?
Right.
Great question.
Metta describes narrow AI, which is what we have today,
I like this analogy.
as a specialist.
Okay.
It's incredibly good at one very specific task. Think about an AI that's been trained to detect fraudulent transactions.
Okay.
It's a master at that.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't expect it to suddenly
Right.
write a screenplay or compose a symphony.
Right. It's like having a world-class chef
Exactly.
who can whip up a gourmet meal,
Yes.
but can't fix your plumbing.
Right.
Both require expertise
Entirely different.
in entirely different domains.
Domains, exactly.
AGI, on the other hand, is
Yeah.
envisioned as a generalist.
A generalist?
The idea is to create an AI system,
To learn and adapt across a wide range of tasks and domains.
more like how humans do.
Yeah.
So in theory, an AGI could potentially detect fraudulent transactions, write that screenplay, compose that symphony.
Maybe even design a new algorithm,
Wow.
all within the same system.
That's a pretty mind-blowing concept.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But why is this distinction between specialist and generalist so crucial for AI engineers specifically?
It matters because AGI requires a fundamentally different approach to development
Okay.
than the narrow AI we're used to building.
So we're not just aiming to make systems smarter at their designated tasks.
We're talking about creating AI that can learn and adapt more like humans do
Okay, so this has major implications
for the algorithms you might use,
for like how you train model.
even the computational resources
Yeah.
you'll need.
So AGI isn't just about incremental improvements.
It's a paradigm shift.
It's a paradigm shift in how we think about AI development.
Exactly. For you as an AI engineer, this means embracing new techniques
Okay.
and expanding your toolkit,
Think about meta learning,
where an AI system learns how to learn,
allowing it to adapt to new tasks more efficiently.
or transfer learning
Where an AI can apply knowledge gained in one domain.
to a completely different one.
These are just a couple of examples
Of the exciting new frontiers in AI development.
that AGI opens up. Okay, so we're beginning to grasp the vast difference
Yeah.
between AGI and the narrow AI applications we see today.
Right.
But what actually defines an AGI?
What are the essential characteristics that set it apart?
I like how Metta outlines
4 key features.
4 key features that are crucial for anyone working in AI to understand.
And I think these will resonate particularly well with AI engineers like you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's dive into them.
All right. The first feature is generalization.
Okay.
You're probably already familiar with this concept from your work in machine learning.
Generalization in the context of AGI means being able to take what's learned in one situation.
And apply it effectively to a completely new and different situation.
For example, imagine an AGI that learns to play a complex strategy game like Go.
A true AGI shouldn't just be good at Go. So it should be able to
The
take
principles of strategy logic,
and long-term planning
learn from the game,
and apply them to other domains.
like maybe optimizing a supply chain network.
Or developing a new marketing strategy.
Exactly.
So it's not just about memorizing moves or patterns
It's about extracting the underlying principles.
and applying them creatively.
Exactly. This level of generalization requires algorithms that can abstract away from specific details
Okay.
and learn higher-level concepts that can be applied across different contexts.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And what's the next key feature of AGI?
Adaptability.
Okay.
Just like humans, an AGI needs to be able to constantly learn and improve its performance based on new information and experiences.
So it should be able to adjust its strategies, update its models, and even modify its own architecture over time.
To handle new challenges and environments.
So we're talking about an AI that can learn on the fly.
Right.
and doesn't require constant retraining for every new scenario.
Exactly. For AI engineers, this means exploring architectures like dynamic neural networks
Okay.
that can adapt their structure in response to new data or reinforcement learning algorithms,
That learn through trial and error.
continuously improving their performance based on feedback from the environment. These kinds of approaches will be essential for building AGI systems.
That can thrive in a complex and ever-changing world.
Okay, adaptability makes perfect sense.
It's almost like,
It's almost like we're talking about an AI
Yeah.
that has a growth mindset.
right,
What about the third feature?
the third one is common sense reasoning.
Now, this is an area where AI has traditionally struggled.
Humans seem to effortlessly navigate the world using a vast reservoir of unspoken assumptions, intuitive knowledge, and an understanding of how things work in general.
It's what allows us to understand that if someone says, I'm feeling under the weather.
They probably don't mean they're literally standing beneath a cloud.
Right.
Exactly.
That's a great example.
And Metta points out that for AGI to truly function in the real world, it needs to be able to reason about the world in a way that's similar to how humans do.
So we need AI that can make inferences, fill in missing information, and understand implicit context.
Exactly. And from an engineering perspective, achieving common sense reasoning in AI is a huge challenge.
So this goes beyond just processing data.
It's about understanding the nuances of human language and the complexities of the real world,
Okay, and it requires exploring approaches like knowledge graphs.
which represent knowledge as a network of interconnected concepts, or neurosymbolic AI, which attempts to combine the strengths of neural networks with symbolic reasoning systems.
It's a fascinating area of research, and it's essential for unlocking the full potential of AGI.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got generalization, adaptability, and common sense reasoning.
Right.
What's the fourth and final key feature that defines AGI?
The fourth one is natural language understanding.
Yeah, okay.
This is all about ensuring that AGI can communicate and interact with humans in a way that feels natural, intuitive, and seamless.
So we're talking about more than just understanding simple commands or responding with pre-scripted answers?
Much more, we need AGI systems that can engage in nuanced conversations, understand context, interpret tone.
And even pick up on subtle cues like humor or sarcasm.
Yes.
It almost sounds like we're striving to create AI that can pass the Turing test with flying colors.
In a way, yes,
Right.
but it goes beyond simply mimicking human conversation.
It's about creating AI that can truly understand the meaning behind the words, the intent of the speaker.
And the nuances of human communication.
For AI engineers, this means developing even more sophisticated natural language processing models.
We're talking about systems that can analyze complex sentence structures,
Yeah.
understand ambiguity, and generate responses that are both relevant and engaging.
It sounds like natural language understanding is the key to unlocking a truly collaborative and productive relationship between humans and AI.
Exactly. It's about creating AI that can not just understand us, but can also work with us, learn from us, and help us solve problems in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Okay, so we've now laid out the four key features of AGI.
Generalization, adaptability, common sense reasoning, and natural language understanding.
These are the pillars that will support the development of truly general-purpose AI.
And for AI engineers like you, understanding these features is essential.
It's about preparing for a future where AI development goes beyond narrow tasks.
And embraces the complexities of building systems that can learn and adapt in ways that more closely resemble human intelligence.
It's definitely a lot to take in, but it's also incredibly exciting.
Absolutely. And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore how these four features translate into real-world applications
And what kind of impact AGI could have.
on various industries and aspects of our lives.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive.
Into the world of AGI.
Before we move on,
Yeah.
I just want to emphasize
Okay.
that AGI, with its potential to revolutionize various fields.
It's still largely a theoretical concept
Right. We haven't yet cracked the code of creating a machine.
that possesses true.
General intelligence.
So we're peering into the future, envisioning a possibility.
That's not quite within our grasp yet.
But that makes it even more important.
To explore what this future might hold.
It's like laying the groundwork for a city before the first brick is even laid.
That's a great way to put it.
We need to think about
The infrastructure,
the potential challenges.
the long-term vision,
And that brings us back to the key features of AGI we discussed earlier.
generalization, adaptability, common sense reasoning.
And natural language understanding.
These aren't just abstract concepts
They're the building blocks
for creating AI,
that can not only perform tasks,
but can also understand, learn, and reason in a way that's more akin to human intelligence.
And those features are precisely what make AGI so potentially transformative.
So let's dive into.
Let's dive into some specific examples.
Metta highlights several areas where AGI could have a huge impact.
Starting with healthcare.
Imagine a world where AGI can analyze your medical records, genetic data,
And even your lifestyle choices.
to create a truly personalized treatment plan,
It could monitor your health in real time.
alerting doctors to potential issues before they even become noticeable,
It's like having a 24/7 virtual health assistant
constantly looking out for your well-being.
and providing personalized recommendations. AGI could analyze vast data sets of medical knowledge, keeping up with the latest research and advancements to provide doctors.
With the most up-to-date information and insights
It could even assist with diagnoses, identifying patterns and anomalies.
that might be missed by human eyes.
That's incredible.
It sounds like AGI could revolutionize healthcare as we know it.
It certainly has that potential. But for AI engineers like you,
Developing AGI for healthcare presents unique challenges.
we're dealing with incredibly sensitive information.
So data security and privacy,
But paramount,
building robust data pipelines, ensuring compliance with HIPAA regulations, and implementing advanced encryption techniques.
will be essential.
It sounds like the stakes are incredibly high.
But the potential benefits are enormous.
It's a challenge worth tackling.
What about other areas?
Where AGI could have a significant impact.
Education.
There's another area where AGI could be truly revolutionary.
Imagine personalized learning plans.
That adapt to each student's individual needs and learning style.
I remember struggling with certain subjects in school, and I always wish I had a tutor who could explain things in a way that made sense to me.
It sounds like AGI could make that a reality for every student.
AGI could analyze a student's strengths, weaknesses, and learning patterns to create a curriculum.
That's truly tailored to them.
It could provide real-time feedback, offer target support, and even adjust the pace and difficulty of the material.
As the student progresses.
It's like having a personal AI tutor available 24/7, guiding each student on their unique learning journey.
And from an engineering perspective, developing such adaptive learning systems requires a deep understanding of pedagogical principles, cognitive science,
And of course, the technical skills.
to build AI systems that can effectively assess, personalize, and deliver educational content.
It's fascinating to think about how AI could transform the way we approach education, making it more personalized, engaging, and effective.
Absolutely. And then there's the realm of scientific research.
Where AGI could accelerate discovery in ways we can barely imagine.
Imagine an AGI that can sift through mountains of data, identifying patterns and connections that would take human researchers.
Years or even decades to uncover,
It's like having an AI research assistant working tirelessly alongside scientists
helping them make sense of complex data.
and uncover hidden insights.
AGI could play a crucial role in fields like genomics, drug discovery materials, science, and climate modeling.
It could analyze experimental results, identify promising research directions.
And even design new experiments, significantly speeding up the pace of scientific progress.
So for AI engineers working in research, this opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
Developing AI systems that can effectively analyze scientific data, collaborate with researchers, and contribute to new discoveries will be a key focus in the coming years.
We're talking about integrating AI into the very fabric of the scientific process.
It's clear that AGI has the potential to revolutionize various aspects of our lives, from healthcare and education to scientific research.
But with all this talk of super intelligent AI, we need to address the elephant in the room.
The potential risks.
You're absolutely right. While the potential benefits are vast, it's crucial to acknowledge the potential downsides and approach AGI development with a strong sense of responsibility.
One of the biggest concerns
Is the impact on the job market.
if AGI can perform many tasks more efficiently than humans.
It's natural to worry about the implications for employment.
As AGI becomes more sophisticated,
It's likely to automate many tasks currently performed by humans.
this could lead to job displacement in various sectors.
And we need to start thinking now about how to adapt to these changes,
So we need to prepare for a future.
where work might look very different from what we're used to.
Absolutely.
It might require a fundamental shift in our economic models, perhaps exploring concepts like universal basic income to ensure everyone has a basic standard of living regardless of their employment status.
We might also need to focus on retraining and upskilling the workforce for jobs.
That require uniquely human skills like creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence.
It's a reminder that the development of AGI is not just a technological challenge.
But also a societal one.
And then there's the question of control. As AGI systems become more intelligent,
How do we ensure that they remain aligned with human values and goals? How do we prevent unintended consequences?
It's a question that's been explored in countless science fiction stories, but it's becoming increasingly relevant in the real world.
One of the key challenges is defining what we mean by alignment in the context of AGI.
Human values are complex and often contradictory, and translating them into a set of rules or objectives for an AI system.
Is no easy feat.
So it's not just about programming AI to be good in some abstract sense. It's about ensuring that its actions are aligned with our complex and evolving understanding of what's best for humanity.
This requires ongoing research into AI safety and control mechanisms
Exploring ways to limit the autonomy of AGI systems, design them with built-in safeguards.
and create mechanisms for human oversight
It's about striking a balance between harnessing the immense power of AGI.
while ensuring that it remains under human control.
And it's a challenge that will require collaboration between AI engineers, ethicists, policymakers, and society as a whole.
We need to have open and honest conversations about the potential risks and benefits of AGI,
And we need to work together to create a future.
where this technology serves humanity in a positive and beneficial way.
It's clear that the development of AGI raises profound questions about our future, and it's a journey that we need to embark on with both caution and a sense of wonder in the final part of our deep dive.
We'll explore some of the current approaches to AGI development, delve into the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, and consider what steps we can take now to shape a future where AGI enhances our lives and empowers us to solve some of humanity's most pressing challenges.
Welcome back to the deep dive. As we wrap up our exploration into artificial general intelligence, I'm really curious about the path forward. We talked about what makes AGI different, its potential impact, and the challenges it presents.
Right.
But how do we actually get from where we are today?
To a future with AGI.
That's the million-dollar question.
And there's no easy answer.
Metta points out that AGI research
It's a bit like exploring a vast, uncharted territory.
There are multiple paths we could take, and no single roadmap guarantees success.
So it's less about following a predetermined route and more about exploring different avenues, experimenting and learning as we go.
Exactly. Think of it as a grand scientific adventure, with researchers around the world pursuing different approaches, each with its own strengths and limitations.
Some are focusing on building systems that mimic the structure and function of the human brain.
Drawing inspiration from neuroscience and cognitive science.
Right, that's the idea behind artificial neural networks and deep learning, which have already revolutionized many areas of AI.
By simulating the interconnected structure of neurons in the brain.
These approaches have achieved remarkable results in tasks like image recognition, natural language processing, and even game playing.
But when it comes to AGI, neural networks alone might not be enough.
So what other approaches are researchers exploring?
Another prominent path is symbolic AI, which takes a more abstract, rule-based approach to intelligence.
Instead of mimicking the brain structure, symbolic AI focuses on representing knowledge in a structured logical form, similar to how we write computer programs.
So it's more about teaching AI to think in terms of concepts, relationships, and logical rules, rather than just patterns and data.
Precisely, symbolic AI excels in areas like logical reasoning, planning, and problem-solving tasks that require explicit knowledge representation.
Okay.
But it has traditionally struggled with the messiness and ambiguity of the real world, where data is often incomplete, noisy, and difficult to categorize neatly into symbolic structures.
It sounds like both neural networks and symbolic AI have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Could the key to AGI lie in combining these approaches?
That's precisely what many researchers believe. There's a growing movement towards hybrid approaches that attempt to bridge the gap between neural networks and symbolic AI.
Creating systems that can learn from data, like neural networks, but also reason and make decisions based on symbolic representations of knowledge.
It's fascinating to see these different approaches emerging, almost like branches of a tree growing in different directions, but ultimately connected to the same root, the quest for artificial general intelligence.
But as we venture further into this uncharted territory,
It's crucial to remember that AGI development isn't just about technical innovation.
it's also about responsible innovation.
Metta emphasizes that building AGI isn't simply a matter of writing clever algorithms or designing powerful hardware.
It requires a deep understanding of human cognition, ethics, and societal impact.
Because ultimately, AGI will be interacting with humans, learning from our data-making decisions that affect our lives.
We need to ensure that it's aligned with her values and goals.
We need to think carefully about the potential consequences of creating machines that can potentially surpass human intelligence in various domains.
What happens when AI systems can learn and adapt faster than we can?
how do we prevent unintended consequences?
How do we ensure that AGI is used for good and not for harm?
These are profound questions that require careful consideration and proactive planning.
So what steps can we take now to ensure the responsible development of AGI?
One crucial step is fostering open and transparent communication between researchers, policymakers, and the public.
We need to have a broad societal conversation about the potential benefits and risks of AGI and involve a diverse range of voices in shaping the future of this technology.
It's about democratizing AGI development, ensuring that it's not just driven by a small group of tech elites, but reflects the values and aspirations of society as a whole.
Exactly. We also need to invest in research on AI safety and ethics, developing robust testing frameworks, creating ethical guidelines for AI development, and exploring ways to ensure that AGI remains aligned with human interests, even as it becomes more sophisticated.
It's about building in safeguards from the very beginning, rather than trying to play catch-up after the fact.
It's like designing a car with safety features like seatbelts and airbags.
Not as an afterthought, but as integral parts of the design.
No. And finally, we need to educate the next generation of AI engineers and researchers about the importance of responsible AI development. This means incorporating ethics and societal impact into AI curricula, fostering a culture of critical thinking and responsible innovation, and inspiring young people to use AI for good.
It's about equipping the people who will be building the future of AI with the knowledge, values, and ethical compass to guide them on this extraordinary journey.
And as we conclude our deep dive into the world of AGI, I think the key takeaway is this.
While AGI is still largely a theoretical concept, the choices we make today will have a profound impact on how that future unfolds.
Whether AGI ultimately proves to be a transformative force for good or a Pandora's box of unintended consequences depends on the actions we take. Now, we need to approach AGI development with a sense of humility, recognizing the immense power of this technology and the responsibility that comes with it.
It's about embracing the potential of AGI while remaining mindful of the risks, engaging in open dialogue, and working together to create a future where AI enhances our lives and empowers us to solve some of humanity's most pressing challenges.
That's the future we should all strive for, a future where AI is not just intelligent, but also wise, compassionate, and aligned with the best of human values.
Well, folks, that concludes our deep dive into the world of artificial general intelligence. We hope you found this exploration insightful, and we encourage you to continue learning, asking questions, and engaging in the conversations that will shape the future of AI. Thanks for joining us.
Until next time.